Today's going to be a bit of a smorgasbord with Grizzly glass art. There was way more backlash this go around with leaving a space in my tape work. So I'm showing the taping of the second Xenomorph for a bit of redemption. I mean, it's not like I would leave a space a second time, right? Could you imagine if I pulled the football out from under you again? That would be such a Lucy thing to do. Okay, there you go. Now that I've redeemed myself, please know when I left a space, 2 pieces fell out in the first project. But now that I've taped it all completely, 4 pieces fall out. I knew I should have left that space. There were a ton of gaps with the second alien, but instead of hiding it and acting like all was perfect in the Grizzly garage, we're showing all of the gaps, as well as how I go about filling them. There's one particular one at the end you definitely want to stick around to see if you struggle with filling the gaps in your stained glass art. I like to get the flux all up in there to ensure the solder adheres to the sides of the copper and not just fills the gap. This creates a stronger bond and helps solidify the project. Technically, gaps aren't a bad thing because it makes your project more secure, but it's not as pretty because the lines are thicker. It's a give and take. As you'll notice, I like to give each additional blob of solder just a second to cool when filling these gaps. This helps prevent sustained levels of heat that can cause glass to crack. By filling the gaps prior to soldering the lines normally, I am giving the heat time to cool down prior to glass receiving additional heat from the normal soldering. With exceptionally large gaps, you can pre-fill them with wire or additional foil to save on solder costs, but it's not mandatory. Instead, I like to apply solder to each side of the gap, reducing the distance between the sides with each application. This approach is similar to welding, except I like to give a second to let the solder cool and the flux to stop boiling, as we can see here. Wow, what a hole! Home Alone 2, what's up? Thank you so much for watching and being here through the ups and downs of creating stained glass. To be honest, it's super uncomfortable for me to show gaps in my work, but it also keeps me grounded and relatable, which is really important to me. Be sure to hit the follow button as we are finished with soldering and moving on to cleaning.